everyone. Happy 2021. Goodbye 2020. Oh, let's hope it's so much better this year. I have such a large pile of books on my desk that if I were to stack them up, they would actually touch my camera up here on its stand. That said, I really didn't color a lot of pages. I just colored in a lot of different books. So I'm going to get all of these off to the side here, and we will go through them. Hopefully I don't knock my camera over, because that would be all right. So obviously, you know, these are completed pages from December, so we got a lot of Christmas and winter and whatnot. And one of them is a color along too. Okay, so in the Whimsy Girls Christmas by Hannah Lynn, super cute book. I love that you get 2 copies of each. That way, like, I can do one with like Prismacolor, the other with marker. So this is the one I completed. It is called, oh shoot, I want to get it right. I think it's like the Christmas Eve Mermaid. Yeah, Christmas Eve Mermaid. Which was perfect because I started coloring it on Christmas Eve and finished it Christmas Day. I did this all with Prismacolors, except the background. The background I was playing around with my Neocolor 2s. Not really a fan of the moon glow. Honestly, I need to practice more with my Neocolor 2s. But I love this red hair. Oh my gosh, I wish I could pull off red hair in real life. I used to have like a dark, almost black hair with red, kind of ombre-ish going through. Or, no, it's balayage. That's what it's called. Balayage, sorry. I used to do that and I could pull that off, but straight red, no. But yes, I have found a new favorite red color combination. And don't ask me what it is, because I didn't write it down. I meant to, and I meant to take a picture of it and share it on like Instagram and Pinterest, and I did this on Christmas Eve, and we all know how chaotic that day is. So sorry guys, I'm gonna have to play around with it and figure out what the heck that was. I know it's like 5 colors, possibly 6. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. I did use the Arteza white gel pen to do some of this. I really need to work on my Neocolor skills, I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright, now Fairy Touch of Magic. This is the new one from Clara Markova. It has a ton of Halloween and fall. I mean, obviously look at the cover, but it did have Christmas in there. And I did this little one. It was like the first day of December where it was really cold, and I was just like wishing for warm weather, so I did it kind of tropical-ish. So I didn't intend this green to be so woo, but oh well. And this is also done with Prismacolor. The background is Distress ink. I think it's 2 different ones. And then I do have some stickles. I wonder if the sparkle shows on camera. It usually doesn't, but I added stickles all through the snow just because I love adding little sparkles to the snow. Alright. Then I have one in the Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls. Oh, this one. Okay, so if I can get my little taggy off. So Ohuhu's pastel markers, you know, their new pastels came out. I did a video of me swatching them. I have not reviewed them yet, I just swatched them in that video. But I colored this picture using those pastels. And I even did a video on how to blend alcohol markers. I really apologize if you can hear the jets flying by. I swear, the Air Force Base has like a beacon that goes off. Oh, she's filming, let's go practice. And they do. So I did a blending tutorial on alcohol markers, and I actually used these 3 colors which are in her hair. So I did this whole thing with the Ohuhu pastels, except the skin. I had to use a few of my normal ones to just to pull it off, but then everything else is the pastels, background, hair, eyes, all that. Super cute colors. It was a nice break from the Christmas colors. Man, near the end of December, I don't know about you guys, but I started to really get sick of Christmas colors. Okay, so Twilight Garden, in my tag for, my 10 books to finish, this is one of the books that I listed, and I started on one. So I've never colored in this book before. It's quite sad to say. But yeah, I did this one with Prismacolors. I do have some Arteza white gel pen in there, just outlining this little guy. I was going to go over it with my China Glaze pen, but I never got around to it. And because I do plan to color, eventually this page here, like if you use those glaze pens, it leaves like a bump. So you would obviously, kind of like with stickles, you'd feel it on the other side. So I may go back and do that after I color the page before it. But yeah, this was all done with Prismacolors. And the flowers were just the same colors, just flicking and flicking. And by the end of it, I was like, oh man, it's kind of like when I did my pine needles in that Hannah Carlson book. I was definitely over it, but I like the way it turned out. I was kind of playing around and testing a few different things out, but it was fun, and even though it was all repeating, it was super relaxing just to work on. And hey, now I've done a page in one of my books that I set a goal to finish, so I really don't know if I'll actually finish all those books from that tag, but I am gonna try. So, Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. This was another one that I actually listed as one of my 10 books to finish, so I got a jump start. And I did this little one here. This is also all Prismacolor, even the background. I love the pink hair. I love Hannah Lynn's work because it's, fun, whimsical, which is the word she uses, but also it kind of like, I don't know, for some reason with the hair, you never want to be traditional. You want to do like the blue hair, the pink hair. I don't know, just screams fun. But I really like this book because the pages are so small, and some still have backgrounds, but like they're easy to tackle. So when I'm kind of in a coloring slump, I've noticed I'm coming towards this more. All right, so there was that one I finished. And then, oh yes, this one. I finished on New Year's Eve. I love how the hair turned out. I love this. I do not like the background. It was just Distress ink in Mermaid Lagoon. You'd think it would be so fitting, but I just don't like the way it turned out. Might do something to fix it up, but I love the hair color. And it's all, again, with Prismacolors. Prismas seem to blend well, just because you can smush them. They work well on this paper. But yeah, love that purple combo. Isn't that pretty? I want that hair in real life. Don't think I could pull it off, but I want it. Okay, so in Fairy Celebrations by Clara Markova, I have a couple going on in here. So this is a whip, actually. It's not done. This one is with my Faber-Castell Polychromos. I've done everything except the background and the ground. I was going to use either my Inktense or maybe even watercolor, because one of my resolutions in my video I did not too long ago was to use more water soluble and, get better at them. So yeah, I do plan to finish this one with one of my water soluble options. But all of this was Polychromos. I love how Polychromos work on her paper and her books. Alright, so I gotta leave the tag on that one so I don't forget. Okay, here's the other one I did. So, this is technically a double page spread. See how it kind of meets here, these two lines? But because it didn't overlap all the way, I decided that it would be a single page. I don't know, I just felt like I could still do something more fun on this side and not have to carry the exact thing over. And I was getting really sick of Christmas colors. So this was also done with all Prismacolors. I really like dove back into my Prismacolors this month. I haven't been using them as much because I've been buying all these other pencils and trying to use them here and there, and I picked up a Prismacolor to work on a page. It might have even been this page because this was near the start of the month, but I was just like, oh my gosh, this is why I love Prismacolors. I mean, like, blending these berries together was just, yeah, Prisma. I love you. Love you. There is some stickles here and there. Probably won't show up on camera, and it's really just, you know, on there, but this was cute, and I do like how it turned out, and maybe, who knows, I'll end up doing the same or something different. But like I said, because it didn't overlap like most double page spreads and it only meets right here, I could pull it off as two. But still, it was cute, and I did a lot of purple because I was trying to not be so Christmas in your face. All right. From Seasons by Hannah Carlson. This is actually one we did as a color along on my channel. It's like 3 or 4 parts. So here she is, all done. Let's get it all on camera. So most of the color along would be like, you know, I would show you one and kind of your homework was to finish the rest. Like for the background, I did just this page. I did this side off camera, but now you can see it all done in all its glory. But like the colored pencil work was Prismacolors. This here has some Arteza white gel pen. The background was a chalk pastel, which I need to spray again because it's still kind of loose. Excuse me. I was going to add stickles, but then I just decided, you know what, I think it looks good on its own. Why mess with it? But yeah, the color along is on my channel, especially if you want to learn how I did these little pine needles, because the ones that were drawn by Hannah Carlson were cute, but I wanted like fluffy. So that's what I went with. But I really like how this one turned out. It's honestly one of my favorite pages for the year. So it was fun to do. I keep these little wax paper sheets. They're food grade wax paper. They're pre-cut and they come in like a box of 500. And I just fold them to fit the page and stick them in there just for extra protection. Because sometimes the fixative holds, other times it needs a couple, you know, coats. And with those chalky pastels and just how movable they are, I just don't trust them. So I leave those in there. Okay. It's my channel. Me and my mandalas. We've discussed this. My logo is a mandala. So this is actually one of the books in my 10 books to finish. And I am going to finish this one this year. This will be the one that I can say for sure will be done. So 101 unique mandalas. And I have quite a few in here because I'm keeping to my word. So I colored this one, of course, in glitter gel pen. Let's see if the sparkle shows. Probably not. Not unless I catch the right light. Looks so much better against the right light. But like I said, I was getting kind of sick of Christmas colors. So I went with the most non-Christmassy looking thing I could do. And I really like these Dreamcatcher ones she has in here. Alright, so I think this one's next. Okay. I did this one kind of in a wintry theme. You know, so the light icy blues and grays. And there's actually like a silver white sparkle in between here. I'm pretty sure the camera isn't gonna catch it. I don't know why I waste my time trying to show you guys those. Alright. Oh, this one is a whip. So I started this one last night and had to take a break. My hand was cramping. All these little spaces at awkward angles. And with glitter gel pens, you know, the worst part is when your hand accidentally goes across it and then you're like glittered for life. Regardless, it's coming along. It's just 3 colors. Okay. Alright, so next one. I did this one in all purple and silver because purple is a Christmas color and silver obviously is too. Gel pen, glitter gel pens for that too. Not even going to try and make it sparkle because we all know it won't show up. This one I did in the ultimate Christmas colors. And probably that might have been what put me over the edge, because after that I was like, oh, I'm done with Christmas colors. But it still turned out cute. No, actually I think this was the one that put me over the edge, because it was wow. So yeah, I had to finish that one, also in glitter gel pen. I have my 2 favorite brands, which are the Aeon and Rayon. I do actually have Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust, but I use them for journaling and accenting in pages. I don't actually use them to color because they're so expensive and drain too quickly. It's not worth it. And honestly, the glitter that comes off these guys is spectacular. If it would show up on camera, you would see what I mean. And then this one, I did kind of like a snowflake. This is actually a metallic silver. It's in my glitter set, but it's definitely not glitter. It's metallic. So the only bummer about those is they cover the black lines really well. So don't do it when you're tired because it gets kind of messy. But I still have tons of pages to finish in this thing. But it's going to get done. Gosh darn it. I might even start using pencils. Okay, so supposedly, oh, okay, so in the Christmas florals, this is one of those Creative Haven books that aren't by Teresa Goodridge. I normally only buy hers, but I bought this one for some reason, not sure why. But I have a whip in here, and here it is. So I started this one all with polychromos, and this was kind of when I was getting like burnt out on Christmas in general. I think I could not bring myself to finish it, so this is as far as it got, and maybe as far as it gets till next year, which is why I wrote down all the colors of the polys that I was using in there, just so I could remember and pull them out if I do it later. The paper in this book is really good. It's actually a pretty cute book. Yeah, I was just done. Alright, so in the Christmas Charm book from Teresa Goodridge, I love her stuff, love. I did this page here with Holbeins. I have avoided my Holbeins like the plague, just because me and Holbeins don't get along. But I did this whole page. I sat down. I was determined to kind of like play around with my Holbeins, and they work really well on this paper. I'm still not in love with them like everybody else, but I did get some good color combos and practice some blending with them, and they did pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. I just need to practice with them more and hope to God someone does some tutorials or something. Because every time I go to use these, I go in like I'm using a Prisma, which is bad. Don't do that. And then I like revert back and go, okay, maybe I should approach this more like a poly, but it's not quite that either. It's in between. It's one of those ones that'll drive you bonkers, but I honestly think this is a brand of pencil that people will either love or hate, and there's no like middle. But I'm working on it, guys. I am determined, because one of my goals was to start using more pencils in my collection, These are in my collection, ridiculously expensive. They're gonna get used. So I used them on this one, and it didn't turn out bad. It didn't turn out great, but it didn't turn out bad. So this is one of my favorite ones this month. I had a lot of fun with this. This was done with my Prismacolors, and I just took my Posca white pen and just dotted all over the place to create like the snowfall effect. And I had a lot of fun with this one. I was having so much fun with my Prismacolors this month. I did my same technique of flicking out to get the more natural looking pine needles. I know it's hard to tell because most of the artist lines are covered up, but you can see like I go out of the lines to create it. If you watch my tutorial using the Hannah Carlson one, you'll see you basically just ignore the lines and do your own thing. But yeah, I really like this one. I kept it simple with the color palette, you know, the blue door, blue mailbox, blue pot. I was just trying to keep it a limited palette so it wasn't super busy and just fun and Christmassy. But this is honestly one of my favorites. Alright, Christmas Trees Coloring Book, another Creative Haven one. I don't see a page marker. Oh, hey, I opened right to it. Is that the only one though? I thought I did more. Nope. Okay, so it's just this one. This is when I was practicing my pine needle techniques. You'll see how fluffy it is in there. This again was all Prismacolor. This is one of my favorite red combos for Christmassy reds. And I just kept it super simple, mainly because I was actually testing out that same color combo that I used in my Hannah Carlson color along. I believe it's dark green, lime peel. There's another color in there, I can't remember. And in this one I actually added some brown too, so there's some sepia. But yeah, I just was practicing that and playing around with it, and I think it turned out pretty cute. I like it. So it was just a fun, simple one. This whole book is just nothing but Christmas trees. Like literally nothing but Christmas trees. I don't know. I was ready to embrace the Christmas spirit, and then when I had all the Christmas pages before me, I gave up. Oh, it was like the worst Christmas. Alright, so 50 snowflakes to color. I bought this a long time ago, and I was excited to do it, but she really took it literal with the title. These are literally like snowflakes. Every single one. Very complex snowflakes. I mean, look at these. Awesome for glitter gel pens and awesome for, you know, like fine liners. So I'm actually going to break the rules because a lot of these have adorable patterns, but I'm not going to color them in snowflakey colors. I'm going to use pencils, markers. I'm going to use hot pinks because I love the patterns. I just cannot fill this with just snowflakes. That said, I did go traditional here and make this one using, obviously, my gel pens, sparkly gel pens. It turned out pretty good. I was kind of messing around here with these crystals and don't like how they turned out, but I was going to put like a frosty background and stuff, but this Create Space paper does not work the best with Distress ink. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Alright, now, my whip. I started this bad boy. It's from the Color & Chicks. They had that 4-pack on sale on their Etsy. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. All of the pictures were cute. The Santa one got colored a lot, so I kind of skipped that. And so did the Rosie and the other girl that I can't remember her name. I think it was Barry. Well, so I started coloring this one, and this one I actually used colored pencil for the skin. Spent like forever on her lips. Don't even get me started. I swear it was like 3 colors in an hour of my day. But I think overall it The skin came out really well. The lips did too, my effort. But once I finished this, I was kind of, like I said, I kind of got burnt out on the winter and the Christmas stuff and was over it. I was going to make her like an ice queen. I was going to do like a blue hair, kind of like an Elsa-ish, you know, nothing but light blues and silver. And I didn't finish it. That said, because this isn't super Christmassy, it's wintry, I'm going to try and finish it this month. I really want to because I spent forever working the skin on her face and her lips. So I really do want to finish this up and get her hair going, and this background is gorgeous. The fur, I am a little intimidated. I have never actually done fur. So I'm going to watch some tutorials on that, especially because I want this to be like a fluffy white fur, I think. But yeah, I do plan to finish this month, and I was going to do hair tutorial, but I don't know if I want to do that with this one because the grayscale on this one is really thick, and I'm actually going to kind of erase some of that for my light blue hair. But yeah, I should finish this one this month, but I'm not going to promise that either because I have 10 books to finish and a Coloring Haven tag that is also out now. Oh my gosh. Thank you for creating that, but also darn you, because now I like all of my Teresa Goodrich books are like on the table ready to go. There's a lot of coloring tags I'm participating in for 2021. So, but regardless, this was one of my resolutions to do more portraits, so I have to finish it, right? But yeah, hopefully we will get this one done. I can also reprint it and do a tutorial on the skin if you guys want me to. The lips I might change up because one, I can't even recall now the colors I used, and two, it took me forever to just get them right, and I still don't like them. So it was, man, it was what a month. It was like the perfect ending to that year. You've got to admit it, right? But yeah, so that is all that I colored. Like I said, it wasn't a ton of pages. It was just a ton of books, like mingled between pages. I have seen a couple people post and they did like 60 pages in a month. And I'm thinking, holy cow, how do you do that? I feel like I've done a lot, but then at the same time, I feel like I haven't. We'll see how January goes. I'm off to a slow start, and by that I mean I have started one picture. So we'll see how that goes. I am going to let you guys know right now the monthly color along. So if you're curious, let me get that out real quick. Okay, so my YouTube's anniversary is January 11th, and the reason I will always remember that is it's the day after my birthday. My birthday is January 10th. So I decided what better picture to do a color along for this month than a birthday themed one. Hang on. So I think for my color along, I will either be doing this one from this Hannah Lynn book, or the Whimsy Girls Celebrate Holidays. This one's kind of funny because it's in the summer months, or it'll be this one. So this will be our color along. So if you're watching this still, please make your vote. Do you want this one, you know, with the cute girl and the balloons, or this one with the cake and such? Because it's perfect. It's my birthday and my channel's 1-year birthday / anniversary. So I thought that would be the best picture to do as my monthly color along. So let me know which one you would like. I'm happy to do either. I might, you know, depending on which one you pick, I might still color the other one on the side. But I also will be doing my work in progress Wednesdays, where it's just a color and chat. I will just be coloring whatever I'm working on privately. So it won't be a color along. it'll just be me chatting and kind of, you know, coloring what I'm coloring. And then I do have some tutorials I plan to get out. Oh man, it's going to be a busy month, but great for you guys because you'll have tons of content and videos and all that fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sitting and listening to over 30 minutes of my rambling and my pictures. And I cannot wait to get this month started and start meeting all those goals and just get things colored. But until next time, guys, take care.